Welcome, freshmen. Surviving so far? That's good. We're here to make sure that you have a great year.
That's right. We're from Visalia Unified's College and Career Readiness Team, and today we're here to talk about stepping outside of your comfort zone.
Not jumping out of an airplane or anything, but just for your day-to-day adventures through high school. We know things can be tough. That's why we have a cameraman following a real, live freshman, just to see what he's doing. Let's cut away to that.
You gotta be kidding me.
Oh, hey Thomas, what's up? Who's this guy?
Oh, cameraman? You don't have one? Anyways, this is Jack. Look at him, he's 6'2" and built. I mean, he's even captain of the varsity football team. And look at me. I'm on the freshman team with these noodles and I can't even lift a gallon of milk.
First of all, Jack is a senior, which is 3 years older than you. And second, social media is the worst place to get your facts. It's false advertising, plain and simple. Check this out. He may be good now, but freshman year, he was barely 5'4" and couldn't even make JV. No one's born this way. Everyone develops at a different rate. You're playing the comparison game, which is never fair and never ends well.
Wow, he looks just like me as a freshman. So how'd he do it? How'd he go from me to being captain of the varsity football team?
You see his success as a senior, but there's a lot behind it. It took years for Jack to get good at football. It was his persistence, willing to work hard, willing to fail, and dealing with disappointment from time to time, knowing that's how you get better. This can apply to sports, grades, or even the school play or band.
That was a really important insight. Did you see that?
What? What happened?
Are you on social media right now? Unbelievable. Okay, let me explain. Success is just the end product of working hard. No one is born successful. They become successful by practicing something over and over again and learning from their mistakes. You can be genetically programmed to be 6'7", but you're not going to make it in the NBA without practice, learning from your mistakes, and persistence.
So it's like an iceberg.
An iceberg?
Yeah, like how only 10% of the iceberg can be seen above water and the other 90% is down below, almost invisible. It's like the success we see other people having is really only 10% of the story, and we don't see all the hard work they put in, the other 90%.
Yeah, exactly. Wait, were you actually paying attention? Anyways, it's about all those traits below the surface. Someone that can sing can't become an opera singer without years of training and practice.
Or you could have a high IQ, but if you don't study and read, you're not going to get anywhere in school or find your future career. You have to be willing to put in the hard work and find resources that can help you. The most successful people and the ones who improve the fastest know how important it is to ask for help and then put into practice the good advice.
Good point. You're very observant. But put that phone away and let's see what they're talking about. We don't want to miss anything.
Yeah, so Jack, he would take it really seriously, practice really hard, and even practice more on his own afterwards. People used to make fun of him for being such a tryhard, but he didn't let it hold him back. And now look at him. He's captain of the varsity team, and barely anyone remembers that he was the third-string quarterback sitting on the bench.
But it's embarrassing just sitting on the freshman bench. It feels like such a waste of time.
No, you've got it wrong. Do you know what the comfort zone is?
Yeah, my comfort zone is by the pool with a cold drink in my hand on a hot day.
Yeah, you are right. That is your comfort zone. It's simple, easy, comfortable, but you aren't learning anything. Now imagine you're sitting by a pool. Your comfort zone is sitting by the pool lounging, but your learning zone is taking lessons from an instructor, practicing, and engaging in a new experience. Your learning zone is where you're being challenged. You will definitely make mistakes here and there, but that's how you learn.
But it's embarrassing just making mistakes in front of all my friends. They're gonna laugh at me.
Yeah, I can see that. Everybody feels like that, not just you. But whose life are we living for? Them or us?
But what if I just get pushed into the deep end when I'm swimming like you say?
I thought you might say that. That's going straight past your learning zone into your panic zone. That's like going to the deep end of the pool with no instructions at all. Your learning zone challenges you to do a little bit more each time, over and over, until you master a skill, knowing that mistakes are part of the mastery.
I like that. This freshman student number 2 is pretty sharp.
Yeah, it goes perfectly with this video I finished last night.
Video you finished last night? Hey, wait, I never heard about this. Look, we've gotten along, but are you trying to take my job? I'm a natural-born host. All right, I've been doing this 3 more years longer than you. That's why I'm host 1 and you're host 2. I've been nominated Host of the Year award 3 times running, baby. So if you think that you're gonna put me on the streets, we got another thing coming.
Oh, I see what you're doing. You're trying to show the viewers exactly what my video is about. Growth mindset versus fixed mindset. A fixed mindset person would react just like you did, feeling threatened by the success of others, thinking people are born with talent, protecting your ego. That was really good.
Yeah, that's it. I'm glad you caught on to what I was doing. Why don't you tell us all what a growth mindset approach would look like?
Growth mindset is wanting to improve intelligence and skill, knowing that you're not born with it, but it comes from engaging in challenges to improve yourself, persisting in overcoming obstacles, and seeing hard work as a path to success. Someone with a growth mindset is open to constructive criticism and sees it as an opportunity to learn and is inspired by the success of others. Maybe you can tell us how you used a growth mindset to get where you are.
Sure. I put a lot of effort into learning this job, overcoming challenges and working hard. Actually, when I was host 2, the older host helped mentor me to get better. Original host number 1 had a lot of patience when teaching me. I guess I didn't do it alone, and I learned a lot from my mistakes along the way. It's easy to forget when those mistakes are in the past. Thanks for reminding me to have a growth mindset. I think we should all watch your video.
Remember, no one does it alone, and everyone has struggles in high school. Let's watch this mini documentary and see how some students in Visalia Unified had bumps along the way to their growth as high school students.
I can't believe the 4 years went by so fast.
It feels like yesterday we were just in middle school.
Let us tell you more about what high school is.
Let us tell you more about what high school is.
Going into high school is exciting, but sometimes it can be very nerve-wracking.
You're going to find many opportunities like sports, clubs, and lots of activities to be involved in.
Your classes will be different because you get to make your own schedules.
Your classes are going to be different with new electives, and if you work really hard, you can take college classes.
Your responsibility with classwork is higher, and your teachers will hold you more accountable for it.
As you navigate through freshman year, one difficulty everyone's going to experience is troubles along the way.
Okay, so coming into high school, there can be a lot of pressure, and when I moved here, I didn't even know such thing of high school. And all of a sudden, I knew I was going to high school.
I think the most of the times I get nervous a lot. It's okay to be shy, but sometimes it's just a conversation with myself. Sometimes should I say this? No, I probably shouldn't. And that's just the struggle that I want to speak up, but I can't because I'm shy.
When I went to middle school, I started at a new school, moving on to elementary. That was rough because I didn't know anybody and I was going to a fresh start, and so I thought if I could do it then I would be able to come into a completely new town and go to school in Visalia.
Well, it's been a roller coaster, that's for sure. I started off tough in my freshman year, and if you make one mistake now, it could affect you for the rest of your life. So I try to focus on what I'm doing and make sure I'm on the right path to have a good future. I realized that I wanted better, that I wanted something more, and my junior year that's when I started focusing more on school and on my grades and my academics, and that's where I got better.
One thing that I had a problem with is stretching my limits, so I'd always say yes to everything and never say no. So then sometimes I'd be a little stressed trying to do everything. What I would say is know your limits and know what you can and cannot do, and then prioritize what you want to do. Don't let what your friends want to do deter you from doing what you're naturally gifted at and what you want to do.
People think schooling is really boring and really useless, but the thing is, it's not an instant reward. It's really more of a reward in the future. Everyone's path is different. You decide your own destiny. You have the decision to do anything. Even though you're a freshman, the classes that you take, the reputation you build, and the work ethic that you make, that matters because it builds you up slowly over the 4 years.
I was able to see the others. I watched the seniors and some of them going through their struggles, and I think that for me, that was a mindset change.
I started realizing like, this is it. This is before college, this is before you're an adult. Like, you need to take this seriously. Every little step is just so important to get to like the bigger goal. Everything that you do, all your actions, it matters, because that's what builds you up to who you are. I want to start off with thanking my mom, my dad, and my sister for supporting me and for putting up with me, even after the hard practices.
I heard of all the pressures and all the peer pressure, all the things that's going on, and I was getting ready to face it, and I knew I could change that. When I walk into campus, what I see happening are things that I don't want to happen to me, so therefore I won't do it to others. And the way I'm willing to change that is by making a difference. One thing that makes me successful in high school is that I'm willing to try new things, trying to talk to people. We might not want to keep judging people, because if you walk into campus, you don't have to know someone. Just say hi.
Just meeting with people and just being nice, and then they'll be nice back to you. That will start with the conversation. When I first met my first friend, I asked her, oh, I see you have a belt buckle. I have one too. And so we started talking about how we both ride horses, and then we started talking about our families, and a lot of the same things was happening. And so I think when you connect and when you are kind, first of all, then you'll be able to really see how people react.
I learned English in kindergarten, but a lot of the times I didn't do my homework because I didn't know the language. I know, like, I was always be stressed out, like, to do my homework. Ever since like 3rd grade, I knew the language more, so I was able to help my sister and my 2 younger brothers, and I would always help them with their homework. I have a friend. She speaks English because she knows the language, but she doesn't want to practice it because she's afraid of what people say. And I tried telling her, I'm not gonna make fun of you, I'm not gonna say anything bad about it, I'm not gonna judge you. They shouldn't be afraid if people's gonna make fun of them, because that's just not right. They have to like ignore those comments, and they just have to keep going forward and just try their best.
The first goal that you achieve is not gonna be something big. Maybe the first goal is not gonna go to a UC, but like pass my math class, pass my English class, finish the year strong. Those are little goals that will make the difference, because once you give up on school, you give up on yourself, and you give up on your future.
Let me bring out the one and only Christian Urbina, also known as Foster, your rally commissioner.
When I was a freshman, I was like, I'm not going to do anything. I was shy and timid, but then I went out and did clubs and stuff, and I'm now going to SMIT camp and stuff on a full ride, so I recommend being active and stuff in school. It's really fun.
To incoming freshmen, one piece of advice that I have would actually be use your time wisely. Time is actually one of the things you can't get back. You only get 4 years in high school, well, hopefully. So make sure you have fun, make friends, do the right decisions, and do your homework, and get where you want to be.
Okay, so guys, what you're going to want to do is you're just going to want to get through freshman year simply, because not saying it's bad or it's horrible, but all the other grades are definitely better.
Freshman year, I was like going downhill, like my grades were horrible, and a lot of my teachers like had one-on-ones with me and like really helped me out, so that was pretty cool.
Do your homework and all your classwork, make sure that all the points, like they all add up, and just so make sure you get everything in, because it all adds up. It's like I just took a final in a class that was worth 20% of my grade, so if I didn't take that, I would have ended with an 80%.
One piece of advice I have for incoming 8th grader is to stay on top of your work. Do not fall behind, it will hit you in the long run.
Something that helped me get through high school was having a bunch of friends who went through the same struggles as me, because when you have the same friends who you're able to talk to and deal with the same problems and talk through your problems with them, it's like you kind of have like a strong support system. And for me personally, I had a lot of great friends that I'm really thankful for. Whenever there were negative voices in my head telling me that I couldn't do something, I just thought about the people I love the most my family, my friends, and I thought about how much they cared about me and how much they support me and how proud they are of me. So that was how I got through high school when there were bad things happening around me.
What helped me get through high school? My teachers. Talk to your teachers. Any teacher would be glad to sit after school, help you out, talk to you, ask what's going on. You know, that's what teachers are for. They're not just for teaching you stuff, they're for being a role model, a mentor, a friend. So don't be afraid to let some teachers know what's going on.
What helped me get through high school was my mom. I really struggled in math and chemistry, and she really pushed me, which helped me a lot.
Freshman year was very exciting. I didn't know as much as I know my senior year of all the stuff that I could have gotten involved in, but I did have a lot of fun and I miss it so much.
I want you guys to not miss out on any experiences you might want to take. I took auto my last year and I regret not taking it all 4 years. So if you think you want to do it, sign up for it.
I think that freshman year is kind of the self-discovery year especially. So going into high school, it's important that you try everything, or at least try things that seem interesting to you, so that way it becomes easier the next 3 years. I think embracing the awkward and the uncomfortable, and realizing that not everything is going to be comfortable is one of the best pieces of advice that I have. I think freshman year can be pretty awkward for everyone, but not letting it get to you and stay with you the rest of the 3 years is important. You can tell the people who are utilizing their opportunities because they get happier, and then the people who don't, I guess, try to put the blame on other people. But surrounding yourself with people who are happy and have a good attitude is really the way to change that, I guess, stressful and discovery period of middle school into something that's beautiful and mature.
I've always been pretty gifted in math. I started to grade ahead, and then I've been doing that for a while. I've always liked it though, for sure. I would talk to your learning directors, I would talk to your teachers, I would look it up online. There's so many resources you can have to figure that out. So if I know I like physics, then I'm oh, majors that are involved in physics are physics, astrophysics, mechanical engineering, applied math and stuff like that. So then you look into those paths and oh, I like engineering. So then that's what I'm going to major in when I go forward.
I was nervous because the campus is bigger, there's more students, there's an age gap from being a freshman and a senior. So I was scared for the rigorous classes that I would have to take later on as a high school student. I was nervous for meeting new friends because I was told that you would separate from your 8th grade friends and meet new friends. Don't be limited to the people you hang out with. Choose who your friends are. Have a variety. There's a lot of family problems that I experienced throughout the transition between freshman and sophomore year. Relationships definitely don't work out, most of them, and they get in the way of schoolwork. So for my advice, don't be in a relationship. Stay open-minded and figuring out who you are instead of having to figure out somebody else.
There's definitely negative voices, not even just in high school, but everywhere. It's kind of hard to cope with it sometimes, but there are even trained people on the facilities that are there to help you with it. Coming from a school that I was at for 9 years, you didn't have to get to know people every year, and I think the difference definitely was trying to connect again with the teachers and the students, because trying to find where you fit and also what made you different over the summer is pretty difficult.
I finished my junior year strong. I helped a lot of people in my gateways classes and ELD. I made 2 of my best friends to get out of the ELD classes so they can have regular classes as me as a senior. And they're gonna graduate this year too with all the requirements, which is really good. And I'm not taking anything for granted. Every opportunity that I have right now, I will take it because I know what it is to not have anything.
Incoming freshmen probably have the fear of not connecting or thinking high school is boring or it's really hard. That's probably one of the biggest fears. In like middle school, it's not really required for you to like achieve or like strive to do better things in classes. In high school, you have to stretch yourself. You have to assign yourself those classes. You want to be an AP student, you have to assign yourself. You want to be an honors student, you have to assign yourself. If you want to pass those classes, you have to apply yourself and work hard to get those. It's not easy, but it's not too much. You think you can do one thing, but your brain and your capacity is way higher than that. You have 5 assignments, you can do 6. You'll be fine. If you work hard, you'll get somewhere in life where you'll be comfortable and you'll be happy with what you have.
One of the biggest messages I would give to 8th graders right now is to stay focused on your academics, but at the same time, allow yourself to find out what your interests are, so that way high school isn't as difficult. Self-reflection's kind of taking a step back and looking at your attitude and your personality and taking in those comments that people might say sometimes and thinking, is that really true, and is there something I need to work on to make myself a better person?
Instead of thinking of the hardship of high school, you can instead look up to the opportunities that you're gonna get and be a star on campus.
And as I stand here at graduation, I'm excited, man. I've been waiting for this all my life. My parents are so proud. I hope your parents will be proud of you as well.
You should really feel rewarded because you met so many people and you had memories like this guy. I know him because I made a memory with him. And that's what's really fun about high school. You just meet people and you have fun doing it.
Do not procrastinate, don't fail any classes, and have fun.
Step out of your comfort zone and try something new.
Things are going to be okay.
Keep it strong, baby.
I'm really excited, and I'm glad I put in the work to get here, and I'm glad to see all my hard work paid off.
I gotta go, I'm graduating.
You've got this.
You got this. You can do this.
It might not always be easy, but it'll be worth it.
You got this.
We hope you've learned today that everyone has different struggles in high school, despite what you see on social media.
Yeah, and keep that growth mindset going. Challenge yourself to be in the learning zone. Next time you hear your brain telling you, I can't do it, add the word yet to the end. Yet tells you that with time, practice, and a willingness to make mistakes, that you can get there.
Good luck on your football tryouts. You may not be there yet, but keep learning and growing. Persistence and practice are the best tools to help you get there.
Thanks. I'll keep working at it.
See ya.
Bye. I'm not there yet.